You know, something you'd think that in school, the first thing that we would learn, that they would teach us, is how to learn. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. The basic six ways in which curiosity helps us learn. First of all, it provides motivation to explore the subjects that you're looking at. When we're curious about a topic, it serves us, and it serves as a driving force that motivates us to explore and seek answers. This exploration leads to active engagement with the subject matter, facilitating deeper learning. Curiosity spurs on critical thinking. Curiosity encourages us to question and analyze and evaluate information critically by seeking to understand the underlying principles and reasons behind phenomena. We develop a stronger critical thinking skills, which are essential for learning and problem solving. Retention and memory. Research has shown that curiosity enhances memory retention. When we are genuinely interested in a subject, we are more likely to pay attention, process information more deeply, and remember it for long periods of time. Creativity and innovation. Curiosity sparks creativity and drives innovation. By questioning the status quo and exploring new ideas, we can uncover novel solutions to problems and make innovative discoveries. Curious individuals are more likely to think outside the box and come up with original insights. Continuous learning. Curiosity fosters a lifelong learning mindset. People who are curious are more inclined to seek out new knowledge and skills, leading to ongoing personal and professional development. This continuous learning not only expands our understanding, but also keeps our minds agile and adaptable in an ever-changing world. Satisfaction and fulfillment. Curiosity can lead to a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment derived from the process of learning itself. The pursuit of knowledge and understanding can be inherently rewarding, enriching our lives and broadening our perspectives. Sleep is also important to our ability to learn. Number one, it helps our brain with memory consolidation. During sleep, especially during the deep stages of non-REM sleep, the brain consolidates and strengthens memories formed throughout the day. This process helps solidify new information, making it easier to recall and retain. It also aids in brain plasticity. Sleep is crucial for maintaining and enhancing brain plasticity, which refers to the brain's ability to reorganize itself, form new neural connections, and adapt to changes. Adequate sleep supports synaptic plasticity, which is essential for learning and skill acquisition. In addition to that, problem solving and creativity. Quality sleep enhances cognitive functions such as problem solving and creativity. During sleep, the brain continues to process information and make connections, leading to insights and innovative solutions to problems encountered during our waking hours. The next is attention and concentration. Sleep deprivation can impair attention, concentration, and focus, making it more challenging to learn and retain information. Adequate sleep promotes alertness and sustained attention, enabling better cognitive performance and learning outcomes. The next is emotional regulation. Sleep plays a critical role in regulating emotions and mood. Lack of sleep can lead to increased irritability, stress, and emotional instability, which can interfere with learning and memory processes. Quality sleep supports emotional well-being creating a conducive environment for effective learning. Lastly is synaptic pruning. During sleep, the brain undergoes synaptic pruning, a process in which unnecessary or weaker synaptic connections are eliminated, while stronger connections are reinforced. This refinement of neural circuit optimizes brain function and facilitates efficient learning and information processing. These are the reasons why getting a good amount of sleep will assist you in being able to be more effective learner, have better recall on factual information, and focus. The first element of good nutrition in our ability to learn is brain development. Proper nutrition provides essential nutrients that support optimal brain development. Nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants contribute to the growth and maintenance of the brain cells, the synapses, and the neural networks. The next is cognitive function. Nutrient-rich foods supply the brain with the energy and the raw materials it needs to function efficiently. Balanced meals that include carbohydrates for energy, proteins for neurotransmitter synthesis, and healthy fats for cell membrane integrity help sustain cognitive function, including attention, memory, and problem-solving abilities. And then, of course, there's mood regulation. Nutritional deficiencies can adversely affect mood and mental well-being, which can impact learning and academic performance. Consuming a variety of nutrient-dense foods, including fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats, supports neurotransmitter balance and helps regulate mood, reducing the risk of depression and anxiety. The next one is focus and concentration. Proper nutrition supports optimal blood flow to the brain, ensuring adequate oxygen and nutrient delivery to the brain cells. This enhances focus, concentration, and attention span, making it easier to engage in learning activities and sustain mental effort over time. Next, we have memory and learning retention. Certain nutrients, such as choline, zinc, and B vitamins, play key roles in memory formation and learning retention. Consuming foods rich in these nutrients, such as eggs, nuts, whole grains, and leafy greens, can support memory consolidation and information processing, improving learning outcomes. And lastly, we have stress management. A well-balanced diet can help mitigate the negative effects of stress on the brain and body. The ability to do this reduces the possibility of stress and anxiety from interrupting your ability to concentrate, focus, and be productive in the learning that you're looking to gain. Exercise, even taking a walk through the park, improves cognitive function. You see, regular physical activity has been shown to enhance cognitive functions such as attention, memory, processing speed, and executive functions. Exercise stimulates the release of neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine, which play key roles in learning and memory processes. The second is enhanced brain plasticity. Physical exercise promotes neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize and form new neural connections. This process is essential for learning and skill acquisition, as it allows the brain to adapt and rewire in response to new experiences and information. Also, increased blood flow and oxygenation. Exercise improves blood circulation and oxygen delivery to the brain, which enhances cognitive function and supports optimal brain health. Improved blood flow helps nourish brain cells, remove toxins, and facilitate the transport of nutrients and oxygen, all which are necessary for learning and memory. And then we have stress reduction. Physical activity is known to reduce stress levels by triggering the release of endorphins, the body's natural mood elevators, and reducing the production of stress hormones like cortisol. Lower stress levels promote a positive mood, mental clarity, and emotional resilience, creating an optimal environment for learning. The next is better sleep quality, one of the topics that made our list. Regular exercise can improve sleep quality and duration, which is critical for learning and memory consolidation. Quality sleep enhances cognitive function, memory retention, and problem-solving abilities, leading to improved academic performance and overall cognitive functioning. And then lastly, it enhances mood and motivation. Physical activity has been linked to improve mood and increase our motivation toward learning. The next important element to effective learning is to eliminate distractions. I recommend that you create a routine. Find an area somewhere away from all the hustle and bustle. If you're in an office, move to a conference room where you can close the door and focus and concentrate. The other thing that is important to do is the elimination of technology. What I mean by this is making sure that you don't have your tablet, your cell phone, or any other technological distractions that will keep you from being able to focus on your learning. The next part of this development of a ritual allows your brain to recognize that when you go to this place and you sit down, that the goal is for your ability to learn. The next thing is to make sure that you schedule time. I put the time that I spend where I need to focus and learn something on my calendar, like it's a meeting. I invite myself to the learning meeting. That way, other people that have access to my calendar can identify the fact that I'm not available, that I won't get those interruptions. This is really critical. Distractions, interruptions are one of the largest reasons that keep us from being more productive and more effective in our ability to absorb information and retain it and apply it. When you are going into the mode of learning, make sure that you find a same place every time, that ritual that allows a signal to your brain to say it's time for us to learn, and then do the work. Now, look, you may have to use your laptop in order to do your research or your learning. What I recommend is that you turn off your system sounds or don't open your email. Don't even put it into the browser. Close that and only use your browser for that information that you're learning about. So that being said, distractions and interruptions are two huge hurdles that we have to get over. Some of it is eliminating electronics, and other part of it is to let people know that you're going to be busy so that they don't come in and interrupt you. Tip number 6 is called the Pomodoro technique, and it aims to improve productivity and focus by breaking work into short, focused intervals separated by brief breaks. You see, when we cram, we put so much information in the brain that it's difficult for it to retain that information. So here's how the Pomodoro technique works. First, choose a task or a subject that you want to learn. Select a specific task, set a time limit for 25 minutes. The standard Pomodoro interval is 25 minutes, although you can adjust the duration based on your own preference and the nature of the task. But understand that 25 minutes gives the brain a decent amount of time to take in information and retain it. More than that, and that retention becomes more at risk. Now, work on the task. Focus solely on the chosen task for the entire 25-minute interval. Avoid distractions and interruptions during this time and immerse yourself in the work. Next, take a short break. Once the 25-minute Pomodoro interval is complete, take a short break of 5 minutes. Use this time to relax, stretch, grab something to drink, or do something enjoyable to recharge your energy. Next, repeat the process. After the short break, return to another Pomodoro interval of 25 minutes and continue working on the task. Repeat the cycle of focused work intervals followed by short breaks. Or after approximately 2 hours of focused work, take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. Use the time to rest, eat a snack, or engage in a different activity to recharge and rejuvenate. The key principles of the Pomodoro technique includes focus. By working in short, focused intervals, the Pomodoro technique helps maintain concentration and prevents procrastination. Secondly, time management. The Pomodoro technique encourages effective time management by breaking work into manageable chunks and providing a structured framework for productivity. The third element is productivity. By alternating between period of focused work and brief breaks, the Pomodoro technique can boost productivity and prevent burnout. And lastly, flexibility. While the standard Pomodoro interval is 25 minutes, you can adjust the duration of Pomodoros and breaks to suit your preference and work style. Overall, the Pomodoro technique is a simple yet effective method for improving focus, managing time, and enhancing productivity and learning. Many people find it helpful for tackling tasks, reducing procrastination, and maintaining momentum throughout their workday. Repetition helps us many different ways when it comes to learning. First, consolidation of memory is important. Repetition helps strengthen memory traces by reinforcing neural connections associated with the learned information. Each repetition enhances the encoding of the material into long-term memory, making it more durable and accessible for retrieval. And speaking of retrieval, it enhances our ability to recall that information. Through repetition, the brain becomes more efficient at retrieving information from memory. Regular exposure to the material reinforces retrieval pathways, making it easier to recall the information when it's needed. The next is increased retention. Repetition increases the likelihood of information retention over time. Repeated exposure to the material helps prevent forgetting by solidifying memory traces and extending the duration over which the information can be recalled accurately. The next is deepened understanding. Repetition allows learners to engage in the material multiple times, leading to a deeper understanding of the content. Each repetition offers an opportunity for further reflection, elaboration, and integration of the information with existing knowledge, facilitating comprehension and mastery. The next is skill acquisition. In addition to enhancing memory for factual information, repetition is crucial for acquiring and refining skills. Practicing a skill repeatedly strengthens the neural circuits involved, leading to improved proficiency and automacy over time. Lastly, overcoming the forgetting curve. Research has shown that forgetting occurs rapidly after initial learning, but gradually levels off with repeated exposure. Repetition helps mitigate the effects of the forgetting curve by reinforcing memory traces and extending the interval over which the information can be retained. Note-taking. It's a valuable learning strategy that enhances our ability to learn in several ways. First, active engagement. Note-taking requires active engagement of the material being learned. Instead of passively listening or reading, learners must actively process information, identify key points, and summarize them in their own words. This active engagement promotes deeper comprehension and understanding of the material. Next is organization and structure. Taking notes encourages learners to organize and structure information in a way that makes sense to them. By categorizing and summarizing key concepts, learners create a framework that facilitates easier retrieval and comprehension later on. The next is selective attention. Note-taking encourages learners to identify and prioritize the most important information. This process of selective attention helps filter out irrelevant details and focus on essential concepts, leading to more efficient learning and better retention of key information. The next thing is encoding and consolidation. The act of writing or typing notes helps encode information into memory. By actively processing and summarizing the material, learners reinforce memory traces and enhance the consolidation of information into long-term memory. Also, personalization and reflection. Notes reflect the individual learner's understanding and interpretation of the material. By personalizing notes with annotations, examples, and connections to prior knowledge, learners deepen their understanding and create meaningful associations that aid in retention and retrieval. Next, review and reinforcement. Notes serve as a valuable resource for review and reinforcement of learning material. Returning to notes periodically helps reinforce memory traces, refreshes knowledge, and identifies areas that require further clarification or review. Overall, note-taking is a highly effective learning strategy that promotes active engagement, organization, selective attention, encoding, personalization, and review. By incorporating note-taking into their learning process, individuals can enhance comprehension, retention, and mastery of the material, leading to improved learning outcomes. Believe it or not, trial and error is an important part of learning. First, the discovery of effective strategies. Through trial and error, learners experiment with different approaches or strategies to solve problems or achieve goals. By trying various methods and observing the outcomes, learners discover which strategies are most effective and efficient in different contexts. The next is understanding cause and effect. Trial and error allows learners to explore the relationship between actions and outcomes. By observing the consequences of their actions, learners develop a deeper understanding of cause and effect relationships, which helps them make more informed decisions and anticipate potential outcomes in the future. Again, problem-solving skills. Trial and error fosters problem-solving skills by encouraging learners to persist in the face of challenges and setbacks. When initial attempts fail, learners analyze the situation, adjust their approach, and try again until they find a solution. This iterative process of experimentation and adjustment strengthens problem-solving abilities and resilience. And once again, creativity and innovation. Trial and error encourages creativity and innovation by providing a platform of experimentation and exploration. Through trial and error, learners are free to explore unconventional ideas, take risks, and challenge existing assumptions, leading to novel insights and innovative solutions. This leads to adaptability and flexibility. Trial and error promote adaptability and flexibility by encouraging learners to adapt their approach in response to feedback and changing circumstances. By learning from mistakes and adjusting their strategies accordingly, learners become more adaptable and resilient in the face of uncertainty and change. Lastly, retention and mastery. Trial and error facilitates active learning and retention by engaging them in a routine understanding of the subject matter they're exploring. And repetition, in addition to this retention and mastery element, creates and solidifies true mastery of the subject matter they're pursuing. And our last tip is to teach. You see, teaching deepens understanding. Teaching requires a thorough understanding of the subject matter in order to explain it effectively to others. In the process of teaching, individuals must organize their thoughts, clarify concepts, and articulate ideas in a coherent manner. This deepens their own understanding of the material and reinforces key concepts. The next one is identifies gaps in knowledge. When teaching others, individuals may encounter questions or challenges that highlight gaps in their own understanding. Addressing these gaps requires further study and research, leading to more comprehensive grasp of the subject matter. It also promotes active engagement. Teaching engages learners in active participation and cognitive processing. Instead of passively absorbing information, individuals actively analyze, synthesize, and apply knowledge as they prepare to teach others. This active engagement enhances learning and retention of the material. In addition to encouraging critical thinking, teaching others requires individuals to think critically about the subject matter, including evaluating different perspectives, anticipating questions, or providing evidence to support their arguments. This promotes deeper engagement with the material and fosters critical thinking skills. It also reinforces memory retrieval. And we've talked about this before, but teaching others requires individuals to retrieve information from memory and present it in a coherent manner. This retrieval practice strengthens memory traces and enhances long-term retention of the material, making it easier to recall and apply in the future. And then lastly, it builds confidence and communication skills. Teaching others builds confidence in one's own knowledge and abilities. As individuals gain experience teaching others, they become more comfortable expressing themselves, responding to questions, and engaging in discussions. This enhances communication skills and prepares them for future academic or professional endeavors. Overall, teaching others is a powerful learning strategy that deepens understanding, identifies knowledge gaps, promotes active engagement, and encourages critical thinking, reinforces memory retrieval, and builds confidence and communication skills. By sharing the knowledge with others, individuals not only enhance their own learning, but also contribute to the learning of others in their community. So there you are. These were the top 10 tips on learning from both neuroscience and scholars. If you want to become a better learner in this global economy, technology, artificial intelligence, change is constant. We're going to be required to learn new skills and new knowledge as we go forward. The best way to stay flexible and adaptable in this environment is to become a better learner, gain new skills and knowledge, and grow with the emerging technology. The best way to stay relevant is to become a lifelong learner. Until our next episode, have a great week.